There's a whole concept behind the video that really stayed true within the song. And so people hear the song, you can hear what the song's about, but let's get a little bit of a backstory to who is the person that inspired you to make the songs, and talk a little bit about creating that song.
By far, longest I ever took in my life to write a record. I had the idea for it for like 4 years, and I had pretty much the first verse finished, but I didn't want to touch it unless it was perfect. It's like, I did half of it, had the first verse and the chorus more or less done, and I stashed it. I had to wait till the time was right. So about 3.5 years ago, I was starting the record. I put it away for a while. The whole first verse, it kind of got you to a phone conversation with me and my boy who's in federal prison at the time.
And who you say who your boy is? Blacksmith. So he's a hip hop rapper. He's a hip hop artist from Lynn.
From Mass, yeah. So reps the same city. And
shout out Blacksmith.
Shout out to Blacksmith. That's the big one right there.
I'm so weak, Slim, that I can smell an undercover cop. Tell him lift his pant leg up so I can see his socks. Shit's too clean, he probably ain't a fiend. Tell that nigga kick rocks, he ain't getting no rocks. My legs always been too scrawny to kick box, so I took a big block, kick niggas off they block on dogs. Round here we all got anger problems. Small city niggas is fucking each other's baby mamas. Real niggas gon' charter to the game. If you trip about the shit, then you lame. Sharing is caring. Bad nerves, niggas staring and flaring. Fuck a little Honda, nigga tryna steer a McLaren. Yeah, you know I love my whole city, but I rep the East. But niggas heavy on Union and Essex Street. West side they posted up on Washington and Franklin. Hustling, trying to turn they Washingtons and Franklins. I miss the smell of the roof. Sound of niggas shooting, bitches screaming out the window, heavy prostitution. We don't follow laws, we like fuck the Constitution. We gon' get it how we get it, no regards of prosecution. Lynn Mass.
He was the reason, really, why I even started rapping. I'm like, damn, I admired his craft so much. He's the best freestyle rapper I've ever seen. And it's a big deal to me because Black got locked up for 10 years, and while he was in there, I always knew I wanted to make a song to pay homage. What better way than I got a song where I followed the blueprint of Nas's One Love record, where the first verse starts with his boy in the pen reading a letter, and it's updating him on the streets, you know, baby moms, who did this, who's doing what now, and this and that. So I kind of do the same thing with the first verse, but with a phone call instead. It was like a natural conversation back and forth with me and him. I remember like Capone and Noriega had a track like that.
Yeah.
One mic was good, nigga. Don't let down to the last month, man. 7 years gone, man. I ain't gonna lie to them, dog. They went definitely.
This call is from a federal prison.
Couldn't stop that. That's how real you know it is. Anyway, just be easy. I'll be touching down in a couple weeks, yo. Glad you stay focused out there, man. This jail shit overrated, yo. One love.
Check it. Soon as the blunt roll hit the back rows, crack the windows, listen as it unfolds. I'm sitting back, analyzing as the globe spinning. Focus as I almost feel the notice in my phone ringing. I didn't know the number, still answered the call by choice. Quickly remember once I heard that voice.
You have a prepaid call from.
I cut off that sentence, pressing 5 to accept it. He said, there's been the ailment, first and foremost. How you been? And I said, word, you know, sticking to the program, holding it down until you home so we can follow through on old plans. Cried without a doubt, finding out he still wrote rhymes. He said, prison give you wisdom, a man who lived the whole life. Once you home, we finna safe and reminisce upon the old times. Next, he sent his blessing through the distance of this phone line, maintaining plus your motivation, hold me up. When times is hard behind the bars, it's hard to raise your only son. He told me shit was tragic. Homie, just imagine if we go around the back, then he only stuck to rapping. Yeah, but legends ain't forgotten. Now the rap game garbage. Damn near 7 years since the feds at your apartment. All these new artists only make it worse. I guarantee the day you finally free, we finna break the curse.
And I think about the day I got a rap.
I started rapping about 10 years old. My cousin was a rapper. He had CDs coming out, everything else. He always been into rap, hip hop heavy. So fucking the very first album I ever learned was Nas's I Am. So from there on out, like Nas couldn't do nothing wrong with my eyes, you know what I'm saying? So by the time 2001 comes around, I remember going to buy this Stillmatic. Matter of fact, it was hard as shit to get a hold of. It kept selling out. Now this is a CD era. And like, I was finally able to get that shit, dog. I fell in love with this shit. I remember playing them songs. I didn't play certain songs so much, like the shit started skipping. But fucking, yeah, like, that's where I really like fell in love with like lyrics. I'm talking about, I'm 10 years old, 11 years old, rapping all this shit. I started backtracking back to the It Was Written, the Illmatic, and man, all that shit just, it sounds crazy, but I think even just the music I listen to make me want to grow the fuck up. Cause I'm like, damn, when they was young, when they was like 19, 20, they wasn't acting the way that I was in 19, 20, like, that shit really changed me, man. Like, long story short, I mean, the gift and all of it, that's where I started. I'm 10 years old, you know what I mean? And over the years, I just kept up with it. And when I went away, that's when I really, really found it.
I'm sure that you remember the day, of course, but I'm wondering if you can describe to people kind of like what was your state of mind on that final day when you went away?
November 5th, 2010, and I was just going through a lot of paranoia. Like, my right-hand man just got snatched by the Fed 2 months before. Then everybody that we was all dealing with was getting snatched in between that time. So everybody and their mother will tell you, like, I was just paranoid. And this is what happens when you go against your gut. Even the people I was dealing with that was lying and setting me up, I just knew something was wrong. So I was in a fucked up state. Like, I was on bullshit. That specific night, I was at my aunt's in Everett. And like, when I tell you Pinoy, I was already Pinoy for like the last 2 months. And I remember looking outside, and I kept seeing the fucking black truck just pull up and stop. So like, I couldn't sleep that night. So it was like 5 o'clock, I'm on the laptop. I had banging on the door. Like, I knew what it was, I didn't want to believe what it was. I threw the laptop, ran upstairs, they still banging on the door, trying to get through. There's a little window that goes right into the roof, you know what I'm saying? And fucking, as soon as they opened that door, boom, threw it up, ended up on the roof, but all I seen was a whole bunch of fucking flashlights. They're telling me to go back in the house. I'm like, fuck. It was just like slow motion. I went back downstairs, looked at the house, like, damn, this is the last house I'll be seeing for a while. Believe it or not, that's like the best shit that happened, you know what I'm saying? Gave me a chance to really reset.
Big bust in cities and towns around Boston. Drugs and weapons seized. More than 24 people taken into custody.
I ended up transferring from New York jail. I was in Otisville, ended up transferring to Danbury, which is new jail. While in Danbury, we opened up a music room. So every Wednesday we had a rap night every Wednesday. So came in point, I just started running this shit. But the good thing about that is everybody in that room was from all over the country. And it was only thorough men, you know what I mean? Anybody who had some flaws on their resume is not in that room. So with that being said, that's why I really picked my shit up. It came to the point, like, sometimes I wouldn't want to go down there, and I have dudes on the compound come to me like, yo, Black, you going down there? Like, nah, not today. They're like, man, I had someone tell me like, yo, you take us out of here with that shit. And that's all my life, so it's like, that shit became like, I felt like it was a responsibility, and it felt good to see like other real men really vibing. I'm talking about everybody from everywhere is in that music room. So I just kept with it, you know what I'm saying?
As an MC, you displayed the skills, still weighing scales, moving weight for real, day and night, making deals to pay the bills. Shit can get foul when you with the wrong crowd. Plus, I just got word your little brother going through a long trial. My first thought was how your mom's doing. Now you almost free, your 20-year-old little bro just got caught shooting. For real, Black, that's the shit to water eyes, especially since your little brother was an artist on the rise. He said, shit, life's crazy, brother, just like my baby mother. I don't stress who didn't stay in touch, no, all I say is it's hard to trust in these streets, so you remain low-key. You know what fiends lack of faith can make him weak. He get bagged by the Jakes and Speaks, then wild out and even name some peeps. That shit'll break your sleep. Hey, yo, one, my phone time's up. Keep on doing you, I'll see you soon. The last words before the line cut. Well, good the money if it comes with paranoia, plus the ones you used to spend it on it there to pay your lawyers. Always gotta look over your shoulder. You get caught slipping, it's all over. Word.
Always gotta look over your shoulder. You get caught slipping, it's all over. I want to do them right. I want to give a shout out to Nasir Jones. I'm just trying to keep that real rap shit alive.